lovely and awesome Tuesday. I call it Terrific Tuesday. And time check is 9:39 p.m. right here. I don't know exactly what is your time, wherever you are. This right here is your prestigious number one, if you'd like, says not, but it's the truth. Voice of the People, VOP 90.3 FM right here. I'm Raheem Terrence, and you're welcome to the Nighttime Show. Without wasting any time, we just want to. I want to start, and normally I'm supposed to be able to, put you up to speed on some certain, knowledge, and inform you, and before we start the show. But of course, I'm gonna just go straight to the point. Today, I'm a little bit angry, and also, but I'm not letting my anger get the best out of me. So, and if you want to ask the question, why are you angry? I'll let you guys know about it. But I just want to let you know that I'm doing fine. But how about you? Are you doing good? Are you doing great? How was your weekend? Was it good? And how are you guys holding up? If you are finding it very difficult to hold up, just look for someone you can talk to. Look for someone you can actually get along with. And, try and put yourself in a place where you can't and will never get, down. Do not give up. There's a whole lot to do in life. You are not the first who's going through a lot. And, of course, the situation actually in the country and the world is actually affecting so much and so many people, including myself. So do not give up. So today we will be talking about something that I know that it will be of interest to you, and I want to take it slow. Okay. Now, recently we heard, shall I say, we heard about the Ekiti adoption for some school pupils, and of course including teachers, and they said the bandits were the one who are responsible on that. And I've heard and I've seen where the Ekiti state government actually confirms the adoption and of the school pupils, teachers, and so on. So today we're going to be talking about insecurity. But the major issue here is, do we resolve with all of this incessant kidnapping, adoption, and even children are being kidnapped? So the worst case scenario. And I don't know. There's a difference between kidnapping and adoption. They're like sisters and brothers. They go together. Okay, so kidnapping is when you were abducted by force. You're taken by force, and they're now demanding for money. They're demanding for ransom. Adoption is when you're being adopted, also taken by force, but we don't know exactly what you want to use it for, if it's really going to be for a ransom or not. We're going to be talking about this adoption or kidnapping. All of this has been crazily increasing recently. I know we didn't start this year, but recently it has been going up crazily. It has been so much. This incessant kidnapping and adoption has actually made a lot of people to start thinking about protecting themselves. And so what we're going to do to protect ourselves, what we're going to do to keep ourselves going. Because, these people, for those who are actually living in Abuja, you see those people actually coming in there in their people's houses to abduct the whole family. Remember, a family that was adopted and they needed ransom. That was okay, fine. That was kidnapping because there was ransom connected to it. They needed money. And when the money was not giving on time, shall I say on time, one was killed, and I heard about one or two of them was killed. It was in the news, and you heard of all of that stories from here. Now, what are we going to do? The question tonight, we want to talk about it because of all of the incessant abduction and kidnapping. You don't know exactly who's going to be the next. You're working on the street, adult. You're working on your own street, even when you're working, even when you're in your house, you have people coming. They call them bandit. They call them, unknown gunman. They call them whatever name that they want to give to them. They come in and take you by force, and either they are taking you for something else we don't know, or they are taking you for ransom. Is it that the economy is whatever that is propelling this, or it's the bad situation of the economy, the way the situation of things are? Now we're talking about dollar is $1,500 a dollar, right? If I'm not mistaken, 1,500. Yeah. So I mean, all of this is actually affecting the world. We're not going to talk about that. We will base on our talk will be based on, do we resolve in self-security? Yes or no? What is your take? Do we resolve on self-security? Do you now secure yourself? Do what you got to do to arm yourself, protect yourself, because they're coming into the houses of people to pick up people, kidnap people. Do we resolve in this of protecting ourselves by our own selves, since the government can't do anything right now? Whether you people are complaining that the president is in another country, and while his house is on fire, it's been happening with other president. It's been happening with all the government. So I mean, let's focus on how we can help ourselves. Tonight we're talking about how we can help ourselves. Do you want to help yourself? Is it good? Is it okay for you to get into the self-security, protect yourself before something bad happens? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I'll be letting out the phone lines straight up till we talk for a couple of hours, and we see how this is going to go. But before we start doing that, I also want to bring to your notice about a lady. I was supposed to play this, but possibly maybe we're going to do this tomorrow. We're going to continue tomorrow. A lady was caught, and this lady adopted a child. I don't know if the child was about 2 years or 3 years or something thereabout. 1 or 2 years thereabout. And she was caught. And when she was interrogated by the people who caught her, she was saying that they adopt children. Okay? And for the girl child, they adopt them and sell them for 500,000 or so. For the male child, when adopted, they sell the male child for $1 million plus power. That's it. For the male child, she says they sell them for $1 million. And then the girl child, when adopted, is being sold for 500,000. So now people are actually selling children for that amount. Has it come to this? I know this is happening, but it's really so incessant right now that everything is being done without I don't know which word to use right now. So today, self-security is what we will be applying. Yeah or nay? What is your take in all of this that is going on? For those of you who actually you like to send your children out at night to go and buy something for you when you have an adult in the house, you should be thanking your lucky star that some of your kids are not gone yet. But I will today let you know that this is a time for you to be careful. And this is a time for you to apply wisdom. Wisdom in the sense that you need to know exactly how to protect yourself and know exactly what to do in order for your children to not be adopted by these people. Okay, so this is what is going on. Put all this together. Insecurity is another language altogether. This is a high peak. All right, so what is your take? What is your overview? Should we start securing our own self, and since the government is not doing it? What is your take? The number real quickly is 0700 903 903 903. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number for you to call if you want to be part of the show, and you want to do it via WhatsApp. I can give you the number right now. So the number on WhatsApp, for WhatsApp, the WhatsApp line or the WhatsApp portal is 0700 903 903 9. That's for the WhatsApp line. So what is your take? I want to hear from you. Okay, let's talk. Hello, Lagos. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
I live in your information.
I didn't get the name again. Yeah, what's your name again?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. What's your name?
I live in
I can hear you. Go ahead. Okay. All right. Call back. Okay. Some people were saying, okay, fine. I've already linked, or shall I say, I've already told you what you're going to do already, but it's really going to be a very healthy conversation, and I want you to be civil. And no matter how angry you are, just pipe down low and let's talk. Let's have a good conversation, because that is never going to work on a radio station when you're calling. Just make sure that you turn, first of all, we've been saying it for years, turn down the volume on the set you're using or the device you're using, and so you can hear me clearly. Okay, and then if you want to speak out, go ahead, do it. It will be best. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call, the direct line. Do we resolve in protecting ourselves since the government cannot do it for us? Do we do it for ourselves? Do we indulge in self-security? That is what I'm asking tonight. And I know that you have children. Some of you are married. You have a lot of kids. You have a lot of children. It's painful to hear that, you know, children has been adopted. It's not today. This thing has happened in so many other South cities and South states, and which I'm definitely going to bring out to you. But right now, let's go. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, Mr. Ryan. Good evening.
Good evening to you, man. What's your name?
This is Victor from the
All right, Victor. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Victor.
Yeah?
You hear what I can't really hear you like clearly, so maybe you push up your volume a little bit so I can hear you very well.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Fine. Love that. Let's go.
Okay. So, based on the topic we got this night, we are not really happy for what is happening in this country. No security. For the question we asked whether for which the user want to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
The government aspect of all the securities are not. I will come with two different languages. In Nigeria, if we allow Nigeria, like one of the senators that representing that is made one okay, so that assuming the president that you order for Nigerian to be using guns, that's fine.
Okay.
The army or other ones are not protecting life. In Nigeria, we still have a hot temper, understand? Some of what these are, if you allow for them to be using guns, I mean, they will be robbing every day.
So they would take the gun and be robbing and use it to kill your brothers and do other things, right?
And kill innocent people. You know, some of all these rich people, maybe they too just get anger. In fact, Nigeria, we have anger. You understand? So we use it to enjoy innocent people. So for me, I don't support on that. For we to use our protect ourselves. Another thing, I have to blame the government. You know that all these ransoms they paid it to bank. Abi?
Mm-hmm.
They use the number they normally use to communicate with people they kill.
Of course.
Then why?
Most times they use the number of the phone numbers of the adopters. I mean the people they adopted.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
The people. Okay, now, but the money they paid, because they can't pay that such amount of money with cash. They paid it through bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why bank cannot praise those people that pay them, that receive that money?
Most times also they bring cash. Most times they bring cash. Yes. But when you talk about the bank owner, I really don't understand because I'm also asking the questions like, do they do it through banks or stuff? I know that some of them actually love to be paid cash, so they bring the money cash and drop it somewhere.
Yes, they cash for small one, maybe like all these 4 million, 5 million. But it's still like all these 100 million. They can't give that much in cash.
Exactly.
100 million, 200 million they are requesting.
Exactly.
It's through bank transfer. So why bank not investigate? For example, now assuming if they mistakenly not transfer like 20 million for your account now, you will see bank where they will investigate you come to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing has happened to one of my uncles. They mistakenly transfer such amount of see bank, they trace him onto our house that time. There we are at Barajo. So why then they cannot investigate these guys? They are using bank to transfer money. They are paying reference to bank. They are using two number. Then what is the name of the division and then I will waste our go and do start for some. Even up to the people are still suffering to do the NI. They are still blocking the people's life. So why are they not using this NI to start these guys?
Okay.
That is what sometimes maybe I would think. Are you sure that all these government? Are you sure that maybe they know what is going on? It's like they know what is going on. All of them they just keep quiet. Our president keep quiet. All the way chief of army, all of them they are not doing anything. They are not doing anything. Look at what is happening. Nowhere is safe. Lagos is not safe now. They are kidnapping people in Lagos now. Kobe, even Abuja. Nowhere is safe. And all these our government, they just keep silent. They are not talking. They are not doing anything. And the problem is that the people that this is affected is the poor masses, because their children is not in this country. All their children is they are in abroad, enjoying life here. Okay, that's my own take. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you so much for calling, and I appreciate it. 0700-903-903-903. We're talking about the insecurity, madness in the country, but more specifically, we're talking about kidnapping and adoption. Now, you heard about the one that happened in Ekiti just recently. Children, pupils from school, they were actually driving, or I think they were driving them somewhere back to school or something, or home, and they were being adopted, including teachers. Now, the question I'm asking, with all the incessant kidnapping and adoption and stuff like this going on in the country, what do we do? Should we start to protect ourselves? Should we, and how do we do that? If you have any concept you bring. Now, I'll related to the same kidnapping and adoption. A woman has been caught, and she says that is their job. There are people on the streets every day looking for people that will adopt, either sell or whatever they want to do with them. This woman says they sell children, male children, for 1 million, and then they also sell female kids for 500,000. It's just crazy. This time, it's time for us to start talking about protecting ourselves. So, hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. I'm very sure this is McDonald.
States, maybe.
What did you say, McDonald?
How's it going?
Good, good. All right. Can you hear me?
Hello, Rahim.
I can hear you. Go ahead. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right. Shoot, let's talk.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
McDonald, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Are you still with me?
Okay. I don't think so. So, I mean, 0700-903-903-903. You can call and tell me what you think if we should start getting ourselves protected by our own selves. And how do we do that? And someone actually calling and say, look, he doesn't ascribe for that. If they give the opportunity for people to be able to carry arms and protect themselves with whatever, if that opportunity has been given, that, excuse me, the Nigerians, with the way they behave, they might want to indulge in something else. Maybe, instead of using it to protect themselves, they might just want to use it to do something else. Now, I quite agree. But do you agree to just be, left alone like this when the government is actually not doing anything right now to protect the citizens? Okay. So what do you do when kidnappers come to adopt you from inside of your home? When people call their names a bandit or whatever name they call them come to you, how do you do now? Do you protect yourself? Do you look for a way to protect yourself as a human being? Or do you keep waiting for the government to now, look for a way? Because there's no, as a matter of fact, it's incessant. We've been having a lot of this kidnapping happening, and it's like no one is saying anything. So my question tonight is, do we resolve in, protecting ourselves? What we call self-security. Self-security. Do you do it for yourself, or do you still wait for the government to come and protect you when it's not even happening? 0700-903-903-903. 0700-903-903-903. And WhatsApp line is 0700-903-9039. Now, in case you don't know exactly what self-security is, I'll just explain a little. It's very simple. Self-security refers to security with respect to oneself or one's position. Is defined as in security in oneself, as in protecting yourself. Self-security can also mean freedom from danger, risk, and, anxiety and stuff like that. It is literally protecting yourself by your own self. So, instead of you waiting for the government to look for a way, which is not happening right now, you must look for a way to protect yourself and protect your people around you. Protect your children also, because right now they're going for children. How can a woman be selling children for $1 million, male and female 500,000? You got to be protective. Hello. Good evening to you. All right, Patrick.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Patrick. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're talking about how we should protect ourselves.
Yes, so do we resolve in protecting ourselves? Do we do what we call self-security? It's because the government right now is not doing anything for us. So do we do that? And how do we do that? What you say?
Yes, probably. Let's demand that we should think on how to protect ourselves. Everything is not about the gun or knife. For the first time, we should know how we design our gate. We should know how we design the first door of our building.
Okay.
Like when they are trying to gain entrance, then you say that they could not see chance to enter.
Mm-hmm.
That is part of the protection.
All right.
There is no other thing. Then we now talk, ask government if they can now talk about arms. If they can give us rights for arms, then we will know. Because when they give us a right for arms now, that will threaten them. The best position to attack them or retaliate when they attack them. But at least if they know that everybody is now armed, they will not operate the way they do. So we protect ourselves better, even the bounty. That's by this gift thing I'm talking about. We know the kind of gift we do and the advice we give our children and how we now stay. And return, we know the kind of person we are. Because I believe that they don't have every person. At least it's someone that they can demand something from, and the person could be able to bring it out. So you should know how big you are. You should know how connected you are. Then that will tell you how you move. That is part of the protection. Thank you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question now. If you have the opportunity, Patrick, if you have the opportunity for you to have some arms, would you want to have that now in the country now when all this is happening?
Yeah, my person, because you will for check your person. Your person will demand whether you have it or not. And again, the heart. Can you operate? There's someone you will sit and you make nonsense of it. If you know that you can handle it wisely, bravely, nature demands it that you will have it. Like for me, I will put the word directly to me. I take my person, I think I give me that courage. Or that you need to be brave to collect it or you ask cowardly, live cowardly, and anytime you see anything, you take it. That is two options. So the direct answer is yes. That I will one to protect myself.
All right, your line is
Hello?
okay. Yeah, your line is really bad, but I'm managing to hear you. Go ahead, just finish up.
I think I've spoken. I think that one to know how to manage that management. The person will not make nonsense of the arm. But if you make nonsense of the arm, which is easy to bring yourself out or to commit yourself.
Okay.
That will even sound better that you did not handle it in the first place.
Okay. All right.
That is it.
All right. Thank you so much for calling, Patrick. I appreciate it. 0700-903-903-903 is the number to call if you want to be part of the show. You can buzz me up on this number and let me know what you think about this. If it's good to start protecting oneself. And then, of course, you got to start protecting people around you also, because the kidnapping is actually moving from adult to kids now. And we're going to talk about that. Hello? I lost that call. Okay, so keep it coming. 0700-903-903-903. I was thinking of, maybe I should play. I'm thinking of how I'm going to do that. Play so you hear for yourself. I know a lot of you must have seen the video. The video trending in some, in the internet in some areas, and where a woman was caught of adopting a child. And what these people do, they sell children. Male child, they sell them for 1 million. and then the female child, the sell female child for 500,000. Now, with all of this relating to even the one that happened in Ekiti State, where children, and right now it's very obvious that they do not know exact number of children that was adopted, but we're hearing when the Ekiti State government were saying that I think they made mention of a couple of stuff relating to the number, but I'm not too sure that they even know the numbers. So I mean, this is going on, and of course, you as a parent, you would need to be able to be very careful. You will need to be very wise and vigilant, and understand that this thing of letting your children to be going out at a particular time that is not worth it, or maybe and hawkers too, giving things to your children to go and hawk outside in a very dangerous places at night, most especially, you shouldn't be doing that. This is a time for you to adopt that self-security. You need to start educating your children and people around you, because if these people can actually come into your house to pick you up and then demand for money, and some they pick them, just kill them and maim them for something else we don't know. So this is very bad, and that's the reason tonight. For those of you who know what is happening, maybe this thing had not happened to you, you wouldn't know exactly what's going on. You wouldn't be paying. If it has happened to you, you would know that you would need to do something about it. Now, what is the government doing with the insecurity madness in the country? Nothing yet. But how do you continue to live with this incessant kidnapping and abduction? It's one way. It is either you look for a way to protect yourself. So how do you do that? That's what I want to know. Should we resolve in protecting ourselves by our own self? Do we look for a way to do it, and how to do it? A lot of people are calling, telling us it might not be good for us to carry arms, but it might be good for us to use other means to protect yourself. But if you do not carry arms, what will happen? Okay, fine. For those who don't have money to have a very good security doors, and to cover up their compound or their houses and stuff like that, what other way would you apply some security for yourself to protect yourself? It's very simple. Okay, so we are talking about this. All right, be part of the show. All right, Lagos, let's go. 12 minutes gone past the hour of 10 o'clock. Raheem is here, and this is the nighttime show. We're talking about insecurity. How do we now do when all of this is happening? How do we do it? Do we protect ourselves by our own self? Do we start carrying guns? Or should we look for a way to be able to secure ourselves? How do we do it? Hello?
Hello.
Good evening to you. What's your name, please?
Good evening. Yeah, my name is Ray. I'm calling from Atala, Lagos.
All right, let's go. Talk to me. Do we resolve in protecting our own self by our own self without, the government? Do you ascribe to that?
Yeah.
What is your take?
Yeah, I think that the only way that we can get this security is our parents. Our parents should also advise.
Okay. Yeah, the line is so bad, but I'm trying. Go ahead.
I think our parents should learn how to advise us, and think that when you're taking a child to school, you think that the right to school give to your neighbor. Let me take my child to school. You can leave every home that you are going to take your child to school because of this critical condition. And those that send their children for working, I see that they should know some areas that they sending their children to work. Because this time around is you need to be very, very careful. And for giving us time, I don't think that one is necessary, because we still need it to work ourselves at the end of the day. So that one is not necessary. We just have to get advice from people and know what to do. If you are talking about getting security, it's only the rich that can get security. Various secure gates, people their places, go to an extent that is very secure. So what of the poor? They don't have the money to go for an extent that is very secure. What do you want them to do? So the only thing is let parents know how they go with their kids and who they handle their kids and how they leave their kids to live at home alone. If the father and the mother is at home, father will go to work. If you can hire a private teacher for your child, so that before the mother is back from home at home. So I'm advise that let us be close to our children.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling. I really was just, suffering my ears to hear him, but let's see what happens. I hope that the line will be clear. For those of you who find it very difficult to call in directly, you can actually call in the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp line is 0700-903-9039. Okay. So now, personally, okay. All right. All right. Hello.
Good evening.
Chidera, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Are you?
I'm good.
Okay. How you doing now? How was the weekend?
It was good. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Ryan. The lover man. Oyibo man.
Okay. Lover man, Oyibo man, only me.
Yes, nah. Today you're not wearing your glass.
Oh, thank God you're watching.
Eh?
Thank God you're watching.
I'm watching you now. You know, sir, they monitor you.
You be monitoring spirit. Are you monitoring spirit? Why are you monitoring me? Be careful, Chidera, be careful. Monitoring me. Be very careful. Don't let me send some people to come and kidnap you there where you are now.
You know, sir, I don't learn taekwondo, abi. May they come now. Ma finish them.
All right, give me your house address.
I should give you my house address.
Yes.
No. I cannot do that on air. May they come find me, abi.
But you say you don't learn taekwondo.
No. I never want me to come for me now. No worry. I never do them finish. I see they learn work.
You're not ready yet.
No, besides I'm not ready, but I'm still learning the work. I never learn finish.
Oh, okay. So who's your teacher?
Mr. Ryan.
God forbid. I'm not the one. I'm here. So
what is God forbid? You cannot teach me what I be. What do you mean?
Shidera, I can't teach you taekwondo.
Why?
I can't teach you taekwondo.
Okay, but I want you to teach me.
I can't teach you taekwondo. Shidera, stop and apply straight up.
Good evening to everybody, to the listeners, handsome men, beautiful face. My greetings to everybody. Okay, for me, I would say, saying the government should approve or maybe going out with arms.
No, government doesn't have to approve it. You, as you are seeing the situation of things now, wouldn't you want to protect yourself?
Yeah, Yes, protecting yourself as in you need to be careful because some parents are not careful who they leave their kids with. You understand? It's not everybody that you just trust your kids with. It's not right. You understand? It's not proper. There was a matter that your people brought one time. One time that was area matter. A woman that just packed in or something like that, kidnap, go away with 3 kids. A new tenant that just packed in. You have already trust your kid with her. Can you imagine such thing? So I would say some parents are not wise at all.
That's a serious error.
Are you getting what I'm?
Yes, I am.
Yes. I would say they are not wise at all because you can't just leave your kids with anybody anyhow. You understand? You can't just trust your kids with anybody anyhow. Even your family member self, as in that is talk less of an outsider. You just leave your kids like that with them every time. Go to this person. No, now. So I will say that they should be conscious of who they left their kids with or where their kids is going to. You understand? Assuming those parents that they made away with their kids was very observant and they won't just leave their kids anyhow. And that is how the lady that just packed in just barely 2 weeks ago or something like that, you're already entrusting your kids with them. How is that? How does that sound? How does it sound? Right. So I believe they should wisen up, you understand, and know who they live with their kids with, and know where they go, and know where they go to, and make sure that they are in a safe heart. Not everybody you trust your kids with. So that's my own little thing there. They should be careful. They should be careful. They are not careful with their kids because 9 months no be 9 days journey that you just suffer everything and just the children will just no now. So they should, or you just suffer finish, you just be doing them anyhow. So it's not they should wisen up and know where their kids go to, know where they enter. So not everybody that you see, not everything that you go and stay with this uncle, go and stay with this brother. You don't know what is the brother. That's how they sometimes they start molesting them there. You won't know. So that's my own tip there. Mr. Ryan, I wanted to find your trouble on Friday, but network not allow me find your trouble.
Thank
very
God.
well.
Network got caught up with you. Thank God you did not look for my trouble, and because I don't like people looking for my trouble. Chidera, thank you so much for calling, and I appreciate your contributions. Bye bye. Hello, what's your name, please?
Yes. I want to remain anonymous this time.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. You see, what would make it even harder for people to collect this thing in Nigeria is because of their own enlightenment and the kind of law that is governing them. Like US or Europe, for instance, their law. They live by law. So, and again, their police are active. If, for instance, now here in Nigeria, when somebody is trying to do nonsense about me, then I raise gun and I'm fighting with these people. Then, what I'll be expecting now is before we will fight electors, let police come and help. But you can see that it will not work like that here in Nigeria. But in US, it's like that. Before you hear people challenging themselves with guns 2 times, police will now come. The very person that knows that he is the one finding trouble will run away. In so doing, the deed has been done. But in Nigeria now, it won't work like that. If you fight them, if you raise gun against such a people, and they overwhelm you, the person is gone.
So
And they must overwhelm the person because there is no police to help you. Even in 30 minutes after the whole thing, or even in 1 hour, you can never see a Nigerian police to come and help you. With that in the mind now, people will fear again to say, let me just carry arms to protect myself. What do you think about that?
okay, so what do you think if it's not very good for people to carry arms? How do people protect themselves? How do they? What kind of advice? Or what kind of self-security should they imbibe into by protecting people around them and themselves at this time where kidnapping is crazy and is everywhere?
Well, I don't network don't it allow me to hear you very well.
Oh, okay. So can I repeat myself again?
Try if I can clearly get you.
Okay, the network is bad, I know. I said, so what do we do now? Now that this kidnapping is so much, and if you do not resort into getting an arm and protecting yourself, then how do you protect yourself from these people? How do you protect your children from these people? What idea do you have? How do we do that? Because people's children are missing every day, that they're not even talking about it on TV or on radio. And they're adopting people also. And some of the people they're adopting, you don't even see it. Some is not even for ransom. They're not taking money. They just take them and they disappear. You don't get to see them every day. These things are happening. So what do we do?
Yeah, like what I told you now, there is nothing we can do.
Nothing.
Because police are not helping matter. Even if you raise a stick against them, and God help you to even hit one to death, and the other one run away, police will pick you up because of that very person. Knowing Nigerian police and Nigerian government, they will pick you up. Just think about that example. But in the US, it won't be like that. They will even clap hand for you to use stick, not even to be able to hit one down. After they have investigated that that person is a kidnapper. So what do we do? Now, I stick.
Stick.
And is such a trouble. What about when you go and use knife? Or when you go and use...
But you will protect yourself. But you must protect yourself. Even before they come, you must...
Protection. The protection is what I'm telling you now.
Okay.
The process, what we will find as a night, and what you will find yourself into when you process it, even with a stick, you're able to hit one down, and the other ones run away. Nigerians will still hold you
responsible.
That one you hit down. So will you now go to knife nor gun? Or if you and them are challenging with gun, will Nigerian police come in time and help you? They won't come. So then tell me how we can help yourself. No way.
So we can't help ourselves. That's what you're saying. All right, thank you for calling. He said we can't help ourselves. We just leave ourselves like that. Some people are jackbuying to secure themselves from all of these things. Some people are protect themselves by buying some bulletproof doors. For some who can't afford that, they have ways. Some are doing tufancha. Anyways, I've got my man up in here. Hello. Uh-oh. I think we're having problems here. Ebuka from Isala. I think I'm having issues with... Okay. Hello? Okay. There is some problem here, but let's see if we can fix it. Hello, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is C2. I'm calling from Sierra Leone, Freetown.
All right, C2. You're welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you very much for the work that you're doing. I just want to say something here regarding the topic you were the headline you were treating this evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say something here very quickly. You remember the man called T.Y. Danjuma?
Yes.
Right. He said to Nigerians that if you are waiting for the military to protect you, you will all perish, and everybody should defend them. You are waiting for the military to defend you, then everybody that the military is collude. This is the former one of the big men in Nigeria telling you this, not from me, not from you, not from anybody else, but from him. He made it clear. He's there in social media.
Yeah.
So if Iwa Denjuma can say things like this on in front of the whole world and telling Nigerians that if you're waiting for military to defend you, then you're all going to finish because the military have collude. So the thing is there, we have to defend ourselves. We can't be waiting. We can't be folding our hands, waiting for watching these marauders barging into people's home, kidnapping them, taking them into the forest, and then demanding ransom from innocent people. What is the crime of all these people they are taking? Because absolutely, you know that somebody gave them that AK-47. They shouldn't be holding that assault rifle. It's meant for warfare, but they are holding it.
Okay.
So we have to ask this question: who gave them that? Somebody, I think somebody is responsible for that assault rifle they are holding. Are we not asking those questions? We need to find out who is giving them those machine guns they are holding. These people are not even. Some of them are Nigerians. Some of them are not from Nigerians. They were brought in since from 2015.
Exactly.
They were brought in Nigeria, and they are there kidnapping innocent people. The country is not moving forward. There is no good road. There is no hospital. There is no water. There is no hospital. There's no schools. Nothing. And they can't even allow people to move freely in their own land. They can't even allow people to travel from one state to another state. Kidnapping, killing. We can't. For how long For how long are we gonna continue like this? Innocent people are not even safe in their country.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how we're going to do this. But people have to defend themselves. We have to defend ourselves. That is the only thing we have to go to self-defense. It's allowed. Because how come? Have you ever imagined the trauma of how does it look like when your loved ones is being kidnapped, being held in gunpoint in the bush, and then asking for ransom? Do you know the trauma? The trauma itself is another sickness. So we have to defend ourselves. We have to make sure that we defend ourselves. The prophets have been told to Nigeria for a long time, but they ignore it. I remember when Mazin Namdekano has been shouting, they will come, they will kill you with impunity, and nobody will say nothing. It's happening right now in front of our eyes. And they should release Namdekano. He didn't commit no crime, for God's sake. All he was asking is for the freedom of his people. Everything he said, he told Nigeria that is going to happen. It is happening right now, and we are witnessing it. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. All right. Okay, so he was talking about the former defense minister and the founder of oil exploration company in South Atlantic. I think is the owner. Is one of the richest guys that we have in this country, as a matter of fact. So if he's the one talking about that, that means All right, so we should be wise enough to understand what to do now. All right, I think I got my guy on our WhatsApp portal. Ebuka, how you doing?
Good evening, Ryan.
Yeah. How was your weekend, bro?
We went for it. How do you do?
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a while I called in.
Yeah,
I missed you guys.
I know you went to chill with that, but it's okay. I forgive you.
I know. So how is Nigeria?
Go to
cannot leave the country again.
Go to the Google and see where we at. We have moved out.
Will leave you guys. It will be like a joke to all of you. Since we've been shouting on radio, they don't want to listen to us. We'll leave the country for them.
Yeah. All right.
Well, back to the tobacco. My brother, the first question is, when it comes to what we call analysis, what is the root cause analysis? What is the root cause of this insecurity? It is nothing but accumulated leadership failure. That is the root cause, because leadership has failed. Now, a quote by a man named Ronald Reagan, he said, self-defense is not just a duty, but it is your right. Another scholar, also known as Ryan Gracie, said, self-defense is not just a set of techniques, it is a state of the mind. Protecting yourself in self-defense is one of the attributes of a warrior. When those who have been given under this is it Thomas Hobbes or what? Under one of his theories, if I'm not wrong, he said what they call social contracts. Human beings came together and surrendered their authority to a particular set of people or one person who will in return protect them. We as Nigerians, irrespective of those that Britain brought us together, but we came together in spite of our differences and handed our authority, handed our sovereignty to the government of Nigeria. Okay, you are the government, protect us, put things in place where we follow. Are they doing what they're supposed to do? No. It's not about those people that are there. If they still put you and I there, we'll still do worse. It is something that is in our DNA. Now, talking about self-defense, in my opinion, it is very important at this stage because of the insecurity in the country. But I still feel we do not have that emotional balance and maturity to carry arms individually.
No, but I don't think, okay, can I say something first? Let me take a permission. But the point is, it's not about we waiting for them to be able to legalize arms like in America and some other developed countries. I'm talking about how you can protect yourself, how you can, it's what to, secure your own life, secure your family for your own self and your kids. How do we do that? We need to do that. Or are we not supposed to be doing that now? Not waiting for government to tell you that, okay, we are legalizing this, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, now, let's say that we want to protect us. We have tried all measures. In some streets, they have put gates front and back in their streets. Crime is still there. They are still robbing in those streets. Some have even gathered some vigilante, gave them 10 guns to protect them. It's still happening there. Now, this is where, in my own opinion, I fault the Southwesterners. If you go to Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, as if you're heading to Mowe, all those areas whereby when they open the dam, the flood take over those areas. You know that when the water dries, it becomes empty land, nothing, nobody is there. As I passed there the other day, shanties have started springing up there. You don't know those people. You don't know where they are from, no identity. They are bringing cows. They are settling there. And tomorrow, in years to come, they will tell you that their grandfather bought this land. That is their grandfather's right. Crisis will start. That is how insecurity starts. I'm Another problem that is leading to this insecurity, Nigeria, we are too accommodating to a fault. When someone will tell you, welcome to my house, feel at home, does not mean you should go to the kitchen and do semo. It does not mean that you should go to his bedroom and use his personal soap and bathe without his authorization. That is the same thing happening in Nigeria. We welcome all nook and crannies in this country, no checkmate, no data, no way to know who is who. And now they are roaming everywhere. So even if we are to defend ourselves, we as citizens, we have done all I think we can do. Since the Constitution does not empower us to have community policing, which is backed up by law, except all these small vigilantes, just few guys that there is a level of harm they will even see self, they will run away. It still falls on the table of the government. Like I said, if we are also to defend ourselves by going into sophisticated arms, Nigerians, I don't think we have that emotional maturity to carry that. Ordinarily, the misunderstanding you have with someone in a bar, he don't break bottle, he don't rush you. Imagine if he has gone. There will be no fatality in this country if everybody carry arm with the intention to defend each other. Any small thing, you don't
why would somebody carry arms to go and be doing all of those things when he is supposed to use it to protect from all of these people? Well, if there's nothing like arms, there should be something else. Like if there's no ammunition or a gun or stuff, they should use something else. I'm just saying there should be a measure that we should come to that level where we have to look for a way to protect ourselves. We have to, even if it's a community, come together and devise a way you can, I don't know, just.
Now another measure we would have taken seriously is how can you take a man from Enugu State or Southeast and make him a commissioner of police inside Sokoto? You take a man from inside Jigawa and make him commissioner of police in Anambra State. He does not understand the terrain, does not understand the cultural difference. How does he function? Commissioners of police, for example, do not have direct instruction from governors who are the chief security officer of the states. When something happens, a governor gives instruction, police go there. They'll say no until Abuja gives us directives. So these are so many things that are mitigating against that. So even if we want to start community policing, the system we have here does not really support it. That is the only solution to this, community policing. Bring the policing to the grassroots. Like you have in US, you have the police, you have the Homeland Security, other domesticated security apparatus. We do not have it here. I think even the police is even overstretched. We have 50% of our police is even guiding big men and big women, carrying their bags up and down. The remaining 50% is for us to share. So we are the mercy of, I don't know.
Okay.
Let me stop here, my brother. Thank you very much.
I understand your feeling. I feel you like that too. I mean, like, it's the same thing here too. I'm short of words. Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name, please?
My name is Charles from
Charles. Okay. All right, Charles. Please go ahead. Let's talk.
Yeah, good evening. I support that everybody should have arms so they can take.
Okay. The network is really bad tonight. I don't know, but please do call back, Charles. Call back if you can. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. And then WhatsApp number is 0700 903 9039. Okay. So, are you in with me? Because personally, for me, I think it's time for us to start protecting ourselves. It doesn't really matter, because it's not about the ones that's coming with arms. We also have the ones that comes to steal your child just around your neighborhood. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, my prince.
Yeah, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, you're welcome on board. Good to have you.
Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity you have given to me now.
Yes, so.
Actually, where I have a small hut within the street, I was trying to sensitize some people. I visited that place. I told them this is the way out.
Okay, because sorry. First of all, I know that you have a lot of technicality when it comes to security stunts. So please let us know.
So, but the issue there is that the set of the mind of the people is too archaic. They are thinking their background is still backwards. Why do I say that? After all my analysis and everything, teaching them and my seminars to them, they all only depend on that the little money and gain that they are making from security fee every month. You see, our system is too porous, corrupt. And even when you are talking of those things that can make them come out of this nonsense that people are doing, they don't want to leave that particular foundation which they have grabbed over 10 years ago. System of security 10 years ago it cannot even be the same thing as now. We are moving forward. Actually, let me start from our doorstep. When I see how things are going on, I have to go down and buy some certain iron doors and we change all the whole buildings and they hand over the key to the tenants. Wow. I throw them on the way out.
Wow.
I mounted security alarm, monitor, and also I advise them if their kids are going far from where they are living, they should relocate to their school closer to their residence. Because even the driver, the auntie, or whoever you think that you are dependent on, is not safe. The distance from where you are living, take your kids to the nearby school, where you know that it will not take them 5 minutes to cross over and enter your house. That is step number one. The best information, the best defense that you can give to anybody is all about monitoring and information. Give them information, what it takes, and they will also depend on it. Why do I say that? How many people now have the phone number of the local police station around them? How many of them have the phone number of the DPO around them? How many of them have the phone number of the commissioner of police?
Yo, B Prince, your voice is going off from your mic.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now clearly.
You can hear me very well?
Yes, right now. Go ahead, please.
Now, on the street, it's all about street set of information team. How do you build that? We have never reached to the standard of giving of state policing. We never reach them. We never reach them for this country.
For sure.
Our mentality and civilization never reach to that level.
For sure.
Even in as much as we are talking about giving everybody arms, it's not everybody that are being trained to carry gun. Even if you give them the gun, they will not have that heart to handle the gun.
Word.
In case of any eventualities.
Okay.
Now, each street supposed to employ an organized security outfit. For instance, we have VGN. They are registered. We have Legion to start with. I'm not talking about all these traditional formations. that the people gather somewhere along the line, take them to local government or take them to the state, and at the end of the day, you don't know whom you can hold upon. We are talking about the one that has been registered, duly certified. They know where, and you know the person that you can hold on if in case anything happens. Why can't the street employ them? Build a city doorstep, a gate, whereby you know that the in and the out of that street will be monitored by this team. If it is being divided into 3 in a day, those people that be working afternoon will be working afternoon. The one that will be working night will be working night. The one that will be working morning duty will be working morning duty. Whereby everybody that is living in the street knows the people that are living in their street. It will be very difficult for you to see an intruder entering into your street just like that and going scot-free. Everybody must know that this is the person that comes in and this is the person that goes out. Street monitor is very, very important. And in that street monitor will be attached. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, very well. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Now, if the street has total number of 1 to 50 residents, in that 1 to 50 residents, there is a particular entrance which they will pass very early in the morning, and the people on duty know the people that are coming in and the people that are going out. They have a street monitor which records every inflow of every resident and every outflow of every resident. It's a very good enough reason for them to know what is going on in the street. Then as much as for that, somebody an intruder will come in and say that 1 or 2 students lost. Or in the school within the locality, they say so things happen. It will be very difficult. And if it happens, the information will be easy to get and easy to transfer the person that did that kind of criminality. That is number 2. Now, when you are talking of the school, as I'm standing here now, I'm a single parent. I know when my child goes to school, even if I am not there. He doesn't even know that I do call the phone master. He don't know. I let the phone master to know that I am the one that will be calling you, but don't let him know. So he can't even tell me that he left my home by 7 o'clock, getting to the school, which I know that it will not take more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And when they close school, getting back, I know the hour. He can't lie to me. Thereby, I know when my child is derailing.
Wow.
And even when the phones are not going, then it's another thing for me to start out. What is holding him? And what the fault must have been? Parents lack that kind of informative strategy and the idea to treat the issues. And that is the reason why when you ask some certain parents, when did this thing happen? They say, I don't know. I went to work in the morning, only for me to come back. Which hour? I don't know. You see this kind of thing? Now, when I am teaching them in the street, this is the way out. I saw the Agbalagba because they know how much they are getting from the security fee each house, knocking off my ideas. Then what did I do? I have to come and secure my home. It's not even my tenant's home because where I'm living is very far different from where they are living. I have to put iron doors. I have to put security alarms. I have to put monitor. So that if anything happens, I can trust it myself. I will not bother anybody. I will get everything in my hand and trust it. So these are the strategies we need. Why can't we employ these people and assign them to the duty? Why
can't we assign them and pay them enough money? All those things now will go down. Number 4, financial intelligence strategies in our commercial banks. It's of no doubt that 50% of our banks are being owned by our politicians.
Mm-hmm.
And let me give you a simple analysis.
Okay.
Alphabet A is the politician that has a particular bank. Alphabet B is the person that is an agent that is collecting the money. C is number C is the person that is kidnapping and taking the money, the people, the entity, or a terrorist that is operating and taking whatever their product inside the bush and requesting amount of money. Now the relationship is the one in the bush doesn't have an account that can accumulate 10 million, 15 million, 20 million.
Okay.
He now rely on A, which has the account that can accumulate 10, 15 million, 20 million in the bank. And he is one of the person that patronizes the bank. He supports the bank to the extent that if at all he puts his own amount from the bank will have a very big problem. You understand what I mean? Hello?
I do understand what you mean.
Now, understand this. The A, which is the politician, goes to B. The middleman who goes to the bush and collect the money and give to A. And the A now will put it inside his account. And now, arrange, pali, they share it within themselves. And the meanwhile, in the bank, if I am the bank manager of so, I can question you how much did you put inside the bank, because I know that you have the account that have been running more than the amount that you are bringing.
Exactly. Wow.
And the left to say, the person in the bush now is invisible, whereby he is your own boy. And the issue that is giving him everything that is sustaining him inside the bush. And that is the reason why in all my teaching I have been crying. Let them look into the banks. It is very easy to trace it. Once you block that area, victim will automatically die. I know what I'm saying. With my experience, victim will automatically die. More especially when you grade it within the financial new print, within the time they have a new money print and all those things.
Yes.
You know that they how they are doing those things came, at least if it were 100%, it came to 60%. They suffered a lot before they regroomed themselves. So why am I saying this? The government themselves know the cabals, the people that are in the system, because when you begin to trace the sea in the bush relates to the middleman comes to the account of the person that owns it in the bank. The owner of the person that owns in the bank will start telling you that he doesn't know the person that owns the account. After all, he has been running his account. He didn't send to anybody. And he is a bigger boy in one political party or the other. Therefore, the investigation will stop there. They will not do anything.
Wow.
So, highest thing, you arrest the person that is in the bush, and arrest the person that is the middleman, keep them inside the cell. At the end of the day, 4-5 years, we don't have investigative journalists. The matter will die off.
Oh.
So we have problem to the extent that security agencies now are doing things with intelligence. I can't arrest somebody, put him in the cell. 2 days later, me and he will be marching on the same road. What do you expect? My life will be in danger.
Yeah.
And I cannot give you information that after giving you the information, you will still come and pull me in my house to stand before a hoodlum to testify on that information I give to you secretly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Big Prince, thank you for being my guest. You're literally my guest. I know you're a professional when it comes to security things, and you've got a lot of information. You've actually exposed so many things here, and I know a lot of us will want to doubt some of the things you say, but I'm very sure that some will actually take it into the memory bank. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, so wow. I give him a lot of time because he's literally a professional when it comes to he's a security expert. So he tries to say some things. So if you want to be part of the show, call in. You've been hearing what we have been talking about on insecurity is and how to protect ourselves. How do we resort to protecting ourselves now that the government is not doing anything, and protect our children too, because this is actually not about it's not today. It all started a long time ago. And so when this thing is incessant, what do? We would definitely resort to, however, looking for a way to be able to protect ourselves, whether collectively or exclusively. I don't know. So let's go. 0700-903-903-903. Hello. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello. Good evening. My name is Henry.
Henry, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Amuwo.
Amuwo Dolphin. Okay. Go ahead, please. Let's talk.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. What I want to say is security is supposed to be everyone's first priority.
Okay.
Because of the situation we find ourselves right now in the country.
All right.
Some things that we see are not the way they are in other countries. Right here in our country, everyone has to be security conscious because of some people do not understand the meaning of work hard to make your ends meet. Their own is to hunt after others that have labored and have paid their dues to get to survive in life. Their own is to hunt after them. And it is not legally right or constitutionally given that all citizens should go with arms. And I understand the reason. Because our mentalities are not the same. And some people cannot have that emotional capacity to bear some little offenses. There are some little offenses that someone can just overlook. That is just why we can't legalize weapons for all citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people don't have that capacity, that mindset.
Okay.
That, he just smashed my leg, he couldn't even say sorry. And he tried to talk to him. Because of maybe he had a bad day, he was just passing by, he mashed you on your leg, and just because of you have a gun on your waist, you pull it back. Guy is gone. That is the situation. That is why we cannot legalize weapons for it.
But you can protect. But you can protect yourself. Now there's so much insecurity, so much kidnapping, so much abduction. Even children has been adopted. So I mean, how do we do that? I mean, how do we must do something to protect yourselves and your people around you.
We must do something, But I'm also throwing out maybe a floor ground or a table for anyone that will call later to tell us what we can do in this situation, because somebody that you can even employ, just like the last caller was saying. We should employ the agencies, empower them, pay them well, give them weapons, tell them how we want to, all those things. I heard him even to somebody that is making sure that his children are going to the nearest school to the home, all those things. So I was following the conversation. The man was a very good, he's a good man, as you said, into security. Based on what I heard him say, it was good. But the problem here is that even them that they will employ as the security agencies, even in the police, you are seeing that those even police who use the gun they gave them to secure the citizens to give to the bandits to go and do the robbery and bring back money and the gun. We've seen, we've caught a bandit, and we saw the gun that he was holding was carrying the police label. So these are a very serious problem, because even if you employ, sir,
that's a serious one.
Yeah, that is a very serious problem. So even the ones you employ, they will still have a way of influencing them to do what they want to do. And when they will just cover up the evil, they will cover up the bandits. And when you come out and they will be giving you excuses and telling you, sometimes you hear that even those people you employed there have gone. They have changed them because of what happened. How can, so that the thing will be covered? So,
okay.
The level, I want to make it a slogan for anybody that, because this is a very serious matter that everybody has to chip in, how we can move this country forward and fight against insecurity in this country. It's a bad one. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for calling, and I appreciate you. B. Prince was the last caller before this guy called in. Has really explained a lot of things, because I know he actually is a security expert. So, of course, he's got a lot on his slate. And if you listen to him very well, definitely, as I said before, you're going to get a lot and stored in your bank right there. Still right here on the Nighttime Show. Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Akuchire. You're welcome on board.
How are you?
Okay, good. I'm fine, thank you.
My greetings to everyone, home and abroad. Chidera, greetings to you. Though Big Prince he have said it all, but I was expecting him to say something like when someone finds him or herself into a transport vehicle, and if you're traveling now, many things are happening. So if you find yourself, if you're going out, how can you also protect yourself when you are inside a transport vehicle? Because some people are kidnapping some people inside transport vehicle, which we know, even bikes, even when you are walking on the streets. So I was expecting him to chip in something concerning that idea. Now, another thing I want to say, quick one. I want to ask you, Mr. Rahim, we have a lot of online banks in this Nigeria. We have a lot of online banks. And when these kidnappers want to do their payments, we don't know each one they are using. Now I want to ask, is it necessary when we have a physical bank, we still have online banks in Nigeria? And now, if it's possible, those online banks, which people are the ones operating it? Who are the owners of those online banks? And outside the country that we know, is it also the way outside people outside there use bank? Did they also have online banks? Because you don't, and one of the things that surprised me here is this. Whenever this online bank come into Nigeria, you will see our people. They will start registering their name. They don't even care to know who is in charge of this bank. They don't even care to know who is in charge of this bank. Okay, kidnappers will kidnap. They will forward money. Some people say that they are paying by cash. Okay, even though they pay by cash, at the end of the day, are they not going to keep that money inside bank? So I want to know, because this online bank, what are we using it for in this country? Since we still have physical bank, which we are still battling with, is this online bank, is it necessary for us in this country? Bye for now. That's the reason of my calling. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night to everyone.
Thank you, Akuchiri. Thank you for calling in. And that online banks, I don't know, but it's connected to certain people. Of course, we know a lot of people who are actually connected to who own it, or organizations that are actually the owners of these online banks. But one of the bad things about this online banks that I know, the scammers use it a whole lot, because it's not like the bank, the feasible bank that you can go and make registrations, take your what do you call it, your prints and your fingerprint, you take pictures, you take photos and some other stuff, and it will be a little bit difficult, but which they're still doing it. Some scammers are actually still using the major banks, but scammers love scammers, whatever it is. Well, when I mean scammers, I mean including this kidnappers and adopters. They love online banks because you really can trace. They can use somebody else's name. Is the difference between that online banks and the physical bank, which they use a whole lot. Scammers use it so much. They use, I mean, like I've seen a lot of great people, socialites, top people, celebrities, who some scammers will use your name, the same name, to scam. And then the money goes into that same online banks. I don't know who the organization that is supposed to be probing this people, they're not doing anything because, of course, as they say outside the country, we are fantastically corrupt. So everyone is corrupt. The government, if the government is corrupt, do you expect the normal man to be nice and to be good, to not to be corrupt? That's the question I'm asking myself. Hello, what's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, sir.
I'm Mr. Olatubo calling from Maguru.
Okay, Mr. Olatubo, welcome on board. You're welcome.
I want to speak on security issue.
All right, sir. I give you the microphone.
Thank you. If we have to cross-check, the people that committing these offense mostly are the northerners. And they are still going to suffer it. It's just a matter of time. Because they brought all these people in from the foreign places.
Okay.
Just to make their money. And I'm to tell you again. You see, those that are kidnapping are not the people in the bush. They give the contract out to the people outside to
do it.
To kidnap. Okay. And surrender it to them. And if you now go about this thing now, you will see that these northerners are killing us in Nigeria. Number one, Boko Haram are being captured. And they were saying repentant Boko Haram. What do you mean by repentant Boko Haram? The people that have flushed many people out of their villages, killed them, a whole family. And you are telling me that they repent. Repent on what? We just have to sit down and think all these things. Even the mothers are contributing. They will say, okay, let them give them amnesty. Amnesty for what? They are different to the Niger Delta people. We know the actual thing those people are fighting for. Please tell me, what are the Boko Haram fighting for? Are we just going to continue like this? We are blaming Bola Tinubu. Fine. This thing has been existing before Bola Tinubu. The minister for, Malami was there, and some people were surrendered to him. What do they done about it? Because they are these people are their people. Now Nnamdi Kanu is still there. Doing what? If it is Malam people, they will have freed him. What about Gumi? Gumi is there as well, a spokesman for the kidnappers.
Exactly.
What do they do for him? And one pastor, maybe reference said something at Benue. They are now inviting him. But they didn't invite Gumi for one day. What kind of country are we? So I don't know. It's just beyond my own imagination. Are we going to continue like this? Bola Tinubu herited this issue, but we are blaming him now. And you can see what the Northerners are saying. Look, they cannot ship the central bank to Nigeria. Where do they ship central bank
to Lagos
from? To Abuja.
Okay.
I don't know. Because they are saying it's going to affect them financially. Okay, when the bank is in Lagos, did it affect them financially? Look, this country, I don't know. May God save us.
Amen.
That is my submission.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh, wow. Thank you. I need more calls because my time is running, but I'm still here to pick your calls. And let me hear your summation. Let me hear your response. Let me see what you've got to say. We will resort to protecting ourselves because a lot of us have a lot of informations. Some of us have too many informations. What are we going to do with that? Hello, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, Rai. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Who's this?
Right on.
Yeah. Okay. Uzo, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? Nigeria today, my brother, we don't tell ourselves the truth. And for the year I've experienced in Nigeria, I've seen Nigeria have lost in fact, we have lost. I am telling you. I can remember during the military. I can remember during the Yaradua. Good luck.
Okay.
Nigeria is not like this. I know how far they have gone to frustrate good luck regime. Because of they don't want Wahala, it dropped for them. You know, I don't know why our politicians, our government today, they don't think that one day someone will leave. There is Abacha today. There is Yaradua today. Name them. So I don't know. The country God have created and they put everything in place. But our leader they don't want us to enjoy the resources. It's very bad. So people are blaming the bandits. I'm not supporting what they are doing because they are eliminating lives. They are wasting lives, innocent lives. That's the only area I'm against. You know? Men for now do Yahoo. They pursue them up and down. Now don't be the Yahoo say go. They use their money go abroad to treat themselves for how many years? Just imagine this period. What are we saying? If we are journalists, people are making us to know what is going on and what is not going on Nigeria. And all these things, no one is implementing. Before, we are not hearing about bandits. Kidnapping, yes, is few. It's not too real like this. Not too straight like this. If country is okay now, who will get time for those things? Look at the graduation people. The graduate finish do their NYC. At the end of the day, no job. They'll start riding Tekemara. Some riding carrying a expert purchase. Some people, their parents sell their property to train them. When they come out, no way. Even the old man was supposed to come out for office, come out. He will see they there. Whether I can work or not can work, they collect money. How much more the private sector? They don't pay well. Companies affording. Can we continue like this? We can't continue like this. But no one, nevertheless, because I know if we like talk it tomorrow, Yeah, no, they touch them. They will send a period down they hear them. I just want to advise Nigeria. If you are a kidnapper, please stop. Put an end on all those things. Let us have it. If you are bandit, get with that. If enough is enough. If you are robber, please. It comes because of the way countries, the way our leaders, our governors are doing. You go out there and mess up the innocent soul. Let us put our Nigeria together. Even if they are not, they don't want to help us, make we look for something to create for ourselves. So that's my advice tonight. But there's something I can do. It don't tire me. Everybody's afraid.
Thank you.
To travel here and there. Even our farmers, nobody's ready to go farm again. In my state, I am telling you this indirectly. This herdsmen, they enter and they send the youth. One of my friends, they have injured, in fact, they have paralyzed one hand. The guy cannot do anything with it. He has become a handicap for over his life. He's deaf of a village. I'm not lying to you. When I go through my soul, it has shouted. What happened? He said, he made somebody and kill him. So before it was not so. Look at the Fulanis. They say, before Fulanis, I know Fulanis, I've lived in North. They don't game for Allah. They only live in their own inside. They call it Daji. Fulani Daji. They are only there. They don't travel. Before you see them coming out, they will dress well, come out, come buy things and go back. But today they don't use them. Send a demo. I have lived in North, many part of North Niger, Kaduna, Kano. I am telling you. So things are happening in Nigeria. I don't know who help us take us out of this wala.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate that. All right. You're welcome on board.
Hey, hi. It's Christian.
Christian, what's up? What's going on with you?
Yeah. Quite a lot, though.
Okay.
Hi, what's up? How are you?
Good. I'm fine. And expecting you to give us what is your own take on what we are discussing tonight. Christian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry, it was network.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So again, it's sad we find ourselves where we find ourselves now, but it's been a long time coming. It's quite sad. I mean, I heard the story of those kids at Ekiti. Now, it's a long time coming. I really get tired speaking about this same issue.
I know. I know.
Yeah, it's tiring. That's why most times I call on Fridays. I don't call this kind of days because it's quite tiring. And in the words of Bob Marley, we are the only ones that can emancipate ourselves. The government can't.
Word.
When you understand the footsteps of a masquerade, you will know the dance it wants to do. So this has been long time coming. And if we say, if I say things like it will keep getting worse, so I'll say no, don't say that. But we are known as the second prayerful country in the world. I think it was second, yeah, after Afghanistan. I think was
for
second.
real.
We're second. I don't know where has that gotten us. Nowhere. The first thing is we need to take away religion first from all this and let us tell ourselves the truth. These people cannot help us. Nnamdi Kanu warned everybody ahead of time. And the reason why he instituted ESN then was so that they can guard the farmlands. Those bandits, these terrorists, they are infiltrating the farmlands, the forest areas. That's how they're coming in. Now, if I tell you something like, okay, you know what, Ryan, let us pray the government does something. The government are not doing shit. They are doing nothing. It is not a question of prayer. We hope. There is no hope. Someone says, "Oh, I think maybe the government will." There is no thinking. They are not doing anything. This thing has been there. They are here already. The best you and I can do is to protect ourselves. The best every farmer can do, the rural area, is to protect themselves. I remember one particular story. I think there was this particular village where the people actually armed themselves to protect themselves. Then the governor of that particular state, went to speak to them that it's not right for them to have arms and they should surrender their arms. Not long after that, that village was attacked. I can't remember. I know that story. I can't remember where.
I think it's in the north. Yeah.
Yeah, in the north. So you can't tell me that these people are not colluding with terrorists. It is glaring. So why should I be waiting for government to do anything for me when it is glaring? I don't understand that mindset. Why should I call you for? I'm calling now and I'm crying, oh, government should help. They are not doing anything. In the words of Danjuma, I think she wrote Danjuma, he said they collude. And indeed they collude. If the government tells me now, Christian, go to bed, don't worry, we'll protect you, I'll say thank you for your protection, but I'll hold my AK, I'll hold my shotgun and sleep on my bed. So we are already in a war zone. I am telling you. How is it that you can't bring one person to book? It's because they collude. A governor in the north said if you arrest a fight against the bandits, a fight against the north, and we're all here laughing about it like it's normal. We are in a war zone. The sooner we wake up from this, what I expect from people calling now is talking about solutions. Honestly, there's no need crying. I don't know. It's like when the father is your father-in-law. You understand? What do you expect? It's chaos. When a man's back is on the ground, you can't go any further down. A man who is down, the next way to look is up. So right now, all our backs are on the ground. What do we do? I'll tell you, protect yourselves at every given time. Carry what you can carry, because I don't see how. I don't know. That's the way I think about these things. Yeah, I don't see how someone says, for instance, "Oh, I am the king, I'm the president," and I feel that because you're the president, one, you're letting things happen, and your own life is worth more than those kids that were kidnapped. No, it's not. Wherever you are right now, it's because of the position you're holding. Taking away that title, you're just like every single person. Don't tell me you are worth anybody that has been kidnapped or has been killed. It's not. You're not. It's not. We are first humans before our titles. So Nigerians should wake up. It is hurting me because I get tired of people call you are begging. You don't beg in this situation. Guard your homes, guard your siblings, guard your loved ones, guard your community. Once you do it, when they know, they won't come close. I'm telling you, this government are not ready. They love the fact that we are impoverished. They love it. Naira is 1,500 to $1. It might go up as I monitor these things. It might go up tomorrow. They are happy. How in the world can you sit back? Your house is on fire, and the number one in the country is somewhere far away in France. You don't know what he's doing, and your house is burning, and you're telling me that these people would come up one day and do anything? They would know. They're not interested. What we should be discussing now are solutions. The truth is, we don't even know the bad news we'll hear tomorrow, and we're all here in wailing. The truth is, I don't have an iota of pity in my system. Because, do you know why? Because I am seeing these things clearly. I'm seeing the handwriting on the wall. That's the painful part. We are seeing these things. We should be talking solutions, Raheem. It's very painful. I'm telling you.
True though.
Talk solutions. It's like,
How can you kidnap students in a bus? How? And you don't know what they will do with them. And you're crying the government. They are not ready. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you look at the way the Irish took over, I mean, I think they were colonized by the British, the way they fought for their independence, they fought. You have to fight back. I'm telling you, you have to fight. The point we are now, you have to fight back. Stop wailing. You give the devil strength when you wail. Your tears gives him joy. I'm telling you, we need to wake up. Solutions right now. Talk about solutions. What do we do? How do we arm ourselves? Let them hear us say these things. I'm saying they won't come close. The reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still where he is right now is because he had warned us long ago, and they know once they let that guy out, he's still going to dish out lots and lots of information. And everything he ever talked about, I mean, we're seeing it right now. Buhari did 8 good years. As in, you took this nation from top to bottom. The next person is coming in that he would build on the legacy of the previous person. The funny part is I see celebrities online. I don't know call their names now. Online, they are now bringing Peter Obi into the discourse. They are saying if Peter Obi really wants to help this country, he should be sharing ideas with the president. If Peter Obi really wants to help this country, what is he doing to sympathize with those who have been affected? In what capacity as the president? I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, God. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. Right? So I don't have PTO because the way I am like this guy, I am awoke. I'm telling you, if anything crosses my doorstep, it's going down. I'm not joking, man. I can't stand and watch someone harm me without doing anything. It's that bad.
Yeah. Self-protection. Well, Christian, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I know your pains, and I feel that pain too. And that's why I'm here talking about it. This is not what I wanted to talk about today on the show, but I thought we should talk about this. We adults are not safe. Our children are not even safe. So there must be something. You are saying it. People should wake up. Don't wait until it happened to you. You know, like there's some things that I do want to talk about. Right there is my tongue is heavy in me. I really can talk about it because I know the consequence. So, but this is the best I can do. So thank you so much, Kristen, for calling in. I appreciate you. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
All right, man. Remy is trying to call me from London, and he's making a mistake. The other day, Remy accused me from using voodoo on him for calling the direct line. Yes, you got me right, and I believe this is Remy. Remy, you're welcome on board.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, this is not Remy. Okay, good evening to you.
My name is Jonathan. I'm calling from London.
Oh, okay, Jonathan calling from London. Okay, Jonathan, you're welcome.
Yeah. Everybody's overwhelmed.
Yes,
it's not quite.
It's awful. It's awful. So, what is your take?
But my take is simple. Insecurity has been commercialized, and it will be very difficult for insecurity to go. That's my take, because the army of unemployed youths politician has taken advantage of army of unemployed youths during election, and those weapons in the hand of those guys will be difficult to retrieve. That is
okay. Now, we don't have hope. There's a lot of people we know about that we don't have hope for the government. They're not doing anything. So now we are having incessant attacks when it comes to kidnapping and adoption. They come to houses. You see what is going on in Abuja. You see what's going on even here. What just happened in the Ekiti State. Children, teachers, and it's happening. They even killed some of the monarchs, about 2 monarchs. Now, are we too, because the government is not doing anything, I'm asking you this question now, are we to do what we got to do to protect ourselves? How do we go about that?
Nigeria has become all man for himself now. That's the reality. All man, provide your security, your feeding, your lights, your water. Make sure you are a republic on your own.
Okay.
Because if the monarchs can be a victim, if the politician can be a victim, and okay, let me flash your memory back to, was it 2020, when a student of particular college was kidnapped in Castina. A state government paid ransom for those students who came back.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember.
So if a state government can bow to the pressure of kidnappers, who are we as a citizen? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for that submission. I appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. That's just really precise, and I understand where you're going at. Okay, waiting for Remy. Also, I think Remy is trying to reach me, and Remy, I'm waiting for your call. I know you're listening right now. Hello, what's your name, please?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Dan calling from my papa.
Okay, Bankole from my papa.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they're saying this thing every day. Everybody keep on saying the same thing and keep on complaining. The government in place is not looking at this way. I don't know how we come to this level we find ourselves today, because I look at it that the present government is missing it or has missed it, because you see Naira nosediving every day. We keep on importing goods. We are not exporting. Our refineries are moribund. Our companies are moribund. Nothing is actually working. How do we come about it? Now, the government, like somebody was like trying to exonerate President Tinubu. You saw the government, how it was. You agreed to be there. You said you can do something. And you put the cart before the horse. Because if you actually know what you want and you have the people at the back of their hand, after suffering for 8 good years in the hands of Buhari, you would have at least managed the fuel subsidy for 2 or 3 months. At least make sure that refineries are working.
Okay.
At least put everything in place. The CNG and all the promises you have made. At least one modular refineries you can keep in safe.
Exactly.
All the things we have to alleviate the people's suffering or cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy problem.
Exactly.
But today, look at where we are. So I don't know how the company, the way company, the way the country is going and the way the government is looking at it. For example, let me just say this. You see, if Nigeria will still be importing matches, toilet rolls, shovels, digger, knives, cloths, bags, takeaways and things like that, my brother, we are still very far away. Because as far as economy is concerned, in economies, there is a law that when the demand for goods are high, the prices rises. That's what is happening in dollar. The demand for dollar is high. The amount of dollar that is used to import the premium spirit and other things, they're high. Most of these things were predicated our economy on importation. And as a result of that, the dollar keeps on controlling the economy. I went to Germany. I bought about 3 years ago. I bought this Banagon for 500 euro. And that time, euro was 25 naira. That's about 125,000 naira. But today, if you buy 500 euro, you are talking about almost 1 million naira. Almost 1 million naira with the prevailing rate now. So tell me, if we cannot get it right, then why can't we invite our colonial masters? Because actually we're on a crossroad. The politicians are not concerned. Whatever that is happening, people are dying. The service chiefs, they are there. during Buhari, how many Tucano jets were bought from America? Did we see the effect of it? Was it used? Because Tucano jet is a jet that can stay very far away inside the cloud without anybody, knowing about it. From there, it can get its target. And today, those things are there. My brother, what is happening to us is in our hands. Where the government said they don't know how to get rid of this, they are telling lies. Look at Buhari. How much did Buhari spend in Niger building the road? And why would the masses are suffering? Today we're in dark. For almost 1 week now, we don't have light. And there are some people that are enjoying this light outside Nigeria. You see, this is economic sabotage. It's a sabotage from every angle you look at it. So when the people say they want to go, why don't you allow them to go? So what happens in a 2020 election, where the whole mandate of the people were stolen. So you see, things are falling apart.
It's okay.
The center is not good. It is no longer active. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I pray we'll not continue like this, because when you push the hand to the wall, it will react. That's what I look at it.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling.
God bless you.
All right. All right. I got Remy. I want to believe this is Remy. Remy, you're welcome on board.
Yes, bro. Good evening.
Good evening to you. You're welcome. I'm sorry that I did not use Voodoo on you again for you to be able to call our direct line instead of the WhatsApp line. So you're not going to blame me on that.
Okay. I mean, it's WhatsApp anyway. Okay. WhatsApp.
All right.
You see, I wish I know book. And I used to think I know book, so to say, that I'm that educated. Not until I realized last week that Paris is more closer to Abuja than Plateau State to Abuja. I will not necessarily blame my geography teacher. Maybe it might just be the case of me not being a good student.
Yeah, I get you.
So, Abuja is closer to Paris than Plateau to Abuja. The points I'm trying to make here, what you see is the absence of leadership, absence of empathy.
Yeah.
Bola Tinubu is totally disconnected from the agony you feel on the streets. That is an established fact. Now, some of his diehard are saying the problem has been there before him. People are just blaming him. Come on, listen. He took on the job. He said, I want to do it. I want to fix insecurity. I want to make your life better. I want to keep you safe. That is the oath he took to keep you safe, your life and property. Yeah. The narrative that has been there before him is absolutely absurd. Okay, now, you are left with two options. Obey the law and die, or disobey the law and leave. Which would you choose? Look, I told some folks in the morning, in fairness to our military and the police, these guys are drained. They've been in an active war for more than 10 years. And the direction of politicians shows a pathway of people who completely have no clue. Now, what do? Enough of these politicians telling us they dare not come and say they're on top of the situation again. They dare not. I put it to them. They dare not. They dare not give us assurance again. They are not allowed to give us any hope again. Because they used to say they are on top of the situation. Every evidence we have available right now shows that the situation is on top of them. They are the vulnerable party here.
Exactly.
The criminal are highly connected. The criminal are highly sophisticated. Look, to be a criminal, bro, not be small thing, not be joke. The intelligence you need to be a successful criminal like these guys is top notch.
Yeah.
Because they know how to infiltrate, they know how to penetrate, they know how to gather intelligence. Because all these things they do, they don't just go on the street and just pick up one random akara seller. Apology, I'm sorry if you sell akara. I don't mean condescending. I mean whatever job you do, I bet you there is dignity in labor.
Yeah.
You are contributing to the economy.
Exactly.
So it's not a ridicule. I'm so sorry for using that expression.
Okay.
However, so we're at a point where my brother, what's his name again? I can't remember. One of the previous caller.
Okay.
He talked about arming yourself. What would you not do? Why would you not? Because look, during the other guy that just left, I can't even remember his name again. I don't wish to. There was a time that the police, Cardinal Abuja way, when the police say, "Oh, look at the IG. He was driving around. Everything is well. Everything is fine," and people trusted him. They went back home. The following day, they got attacked. Many of them killed. Many of them kidnapped. So let us just come to the conclusion that Nigerians, I've always said, Nigerians are democratic orphans. We are like citizens without leaders.
Yeah.
And that is why Bola Tinubu is totally the situation is on top of him. And nothing will change. You know why? Because we have a dummy National Assembly and we have members of his party who will rather be partisan than to speak the truth. Look, can't you ask yourself, all those APC members that came knocking on you, telling you vote for these guys, where are they? Go and meet them. Tell them the guy they sold to you is causing you death and destruction. For me, harm yourself, protect yourself. If you have to do it by guns, if you have to do it by juju or all sort of thing, because if you don't, the government is vulnerable. Maybe we need to beg the criminal to give APC government amnesty. You know, government needs to give amnesty. Maybe the criminal needs to give the government amnesty now, because the criminal that we see today are powerful than Bola Tinubu and his government. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. All right. Remy from London. Okay. My time is far spent. I think it's time for me to go. It's 11:47 p.m. And we've been talking about the incessant kidnapping, adoption, and I'm asking a question, and I was asking, should we resort to self-security and protecting ourselves, doing it ourselves? Which is, for me, yes. And a very huge capital yes. Y-E-S. Because there is, for years, this has been happening. And then the only way to protect oneself and your family is to look for a way, however you want to do it, protect yourself. We're not saying that if this opportunity has been given for you to have arms, we're not saying for you to go use it to, destroy people around you. It is for protection. However, this is what we've been talking about. This is really going to be the last caller. And I have my man here, Ugio from London, okay? From the UK, right? Okay. Ugio, you're welcome on board.
Good evening, Brian.
Where did you disappear to?
I don't want to laugh this evening. No. It's not a laughing matter.
Yes, but you won't kill yourself. You won't destroy yourself. You will leave.
Let's say you go talk. If you talk, you die. If you don't talk, you go die.
Uh-huh.
You understand?
But we will talk and leave.
These people have eaten on us. And I want to tell you currently that there is no anything like hope in Nigeria. If you want to change a pound to naira now in lemonade, you will convert at rate of 1,845 naira.
Almost 2,000.
A pound, almost 2,000 for a pound. Buhari left it at 9,900 and Tinubu under 8 months left it at ×2 plus. He doubled it and he gave extra. You understand?
Yeah.
The seed where we are planted, the corn where we are planted for Nigeria for 2023 election is fully matured now, and everybody should be ready for the harvest. You understand? That's just the truth. Brother, I converted 3,000 pounds just less than 2 weeks now at rate of 528 naira. You understand? Less than 2 weeks at rate of 1,528 naira. Now, currently, less than 14 days, I've lost almost 900,000. Currently, so if I'm trading on naira, you know what it means.
Exactly.
So what are you? Which hope are you giving? Are you giving? In fact, what the money that I converted, what I actually converted it for, it's just that I have wasted that money converted. I can't return it. I can't convert it. I can't convert it to pounds, and it's useless in naira already. And this is what have been going on, and people are talking about foreign investors. We, the Nigerians, have as afraid as us to even convert a penny. To convert penny to naira now, everybody is afraid. Not to talk of foreign investors. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
This is we are in the country where we hawk our citizens like granite in hold up. Now the government and the kidnappers are doing highest bidder, going gone. Human life now is now going gone. We have now finally turned to mineral resources. After they have seized every resources we owned in Nigeria. They have now turned us to mineral resources, and they are mining the people, and that is government. Anyway, your last caller is a very brilliant mathematician. He just realized that Paris is closer. You understand? Paris is closer. Your president is in Paris watching football, clapping in another man's country. Is he voted to be in Paris? Is his turn? Let him come back and face the music. That is what he should be, because it's his turn. You understand? Because the Paris president cannot come to Nigeria and they spend 3 days. The France president, I'm too sure, cannot come to Nigeria and spend 3 days. So let him come back. That place, during the time of election, I was saying maybe he has his paternal home is in Paris. It is becoming closer obvious. Buhari spent all his days in London. Now Tinubu, maybe the next one you will vote in will spend all his days in Russia.
Don't you?
I congratulate you now. I congratulate you now. God bless you now.
God bless you too. All right, Ujiro, thank you for calling in. And it's, this is definitely going to be the last caller from Ugo from London. Okay, so now there is this article I read, and I was just thinking out loud. What about if I say that there's a connection? There is something really that is making the president to go to France and spending this time and, having a relationship with, or rubbing shoulders with France. The former President Buhari, was actually, he was UK. Now, this president Ahmed Tinubu is actually rubbing shoulders and doing things with them. Now, from what I understand, don't you guys think that something is on somewhere? Couple of days ago, was it last week, or I think it was last week, that the Secretary of State, United States, Blinken was around for something that we don't understand. I know that there is some international politics that's rubbing on us. We definitely can checkmate certain things, but if we actually look very well, what is going on is some, head bunching of some international politicians that are actually, the international communities are actually doing things, robbing, that is possibly it might be that they're the one actually involved in all of the what's going on. And when someone says, one of the callers says, maybe we should get them to come and help us. In my mind, I was like, okay, these people are one of those who are responsible of some of the things going on in Africa. Now, you see what's going on in other African countries. You see the coup d'etat is actually making waves. For those who the military is taking over because of the coup d'etat, check what's going on. Google it. Go find out. You will know that their country, the nation there is doing great. The economy is growing. The economy is growing. Those are the countries in African countries. I'm not mentioning them. I just want to be neutral and general. The country that we heard in Africa that the military took over, coup d'etat. Now you find out that those countries, the economy is growing. What are they doing? What is doing? If you check it very properly well, you find out that the colonial masters had hands in some of the African countries in going bad. But then these people, young people, decided to come in form of coup d'etat, took over power, and all of a sudden the country economy is moving up, is doing well. Are we to say, well, we're going to implore such move here in Nigeria? I am not calling for that. I'm just saying. So I think this movement could be connected to some of, the Palais communication and whatever rapport that our government, the Nigerian government has with them. Whatever that is going on, I don't want to talk much about it. What I'm just saying that if your house is on fire, it behooves you to be around to be able to solve it. And if you can solve it, that means that in any way you can solve it. And the same thing the former president did is the same thing this one is doing. So, all of this we're talking about is equals to protect yourself. I told you that there are people that are agent on the street who kidnaps, who adopt. Let me use the word adopt because there's a difference between adoption and kidnapping. Kidnapping is when you're taken by force and there's a ransom. That is a demand for money. Adoption, when the demand has not made, you've been adopted, maybe based for something else. And there's a whole lot. It's either they're selling you for body part rituals or they're demanding for money. So they're two different things here, but are all sisters and brothers: adoption and kidnapping. So what do we do? The question that I've been asking ever since we've been talking is looking for a way. Protect yourself, protect your children, because it's not about you alone. It's also your children. Be careful who you are giving your children to. It's not about you alone. Because as my brother who called from Sierra Leone, I think so, who was saying, is it the one that called from Sierra Leone or from London? He said, Nigeria has been like this. You're doing your own thing. We are on our own. You provide food for yourself. You provide light for yourself, electricity, power. You provide security for yourself. So it's not a new thing. Everybody needs to start doing that. Provide for yourself, protecting for your family. If you don't do it, there are people who are going to do it for you. So, be praised. Thank you so much for being my guest today, for analyzing your, your breakdown of what to do, because I know you're an expert when it comes to security things. For those who will hear you clearly, who want to adopt that. But for me, however you want to protect yourselves, go ahead and do it. However you want to do it. They say, oh, people are doing drugs. What do they call them again? People are in charge of, looking after people who do drugs. and the LA. But you see in the street of Lagos, a lot of people actually smoking, not just the natural one that you know they smoke. They do a lot of drugs on the street. No one is arresting them. No one is doing anything to them. See, everybody is tired. Even the NDLEA is even tired. These people are smoking on the street. They even smoke on the street and it's open. And even some forces, some police officers actually do the same thing with them on the street. So, I mean, that is a lawless. It's a lawless situation. So, protect yourself. Be vigilant. The government can do it for you. The government can do it for you. You need to do it for yourself. My time is spent. I got to go. So thank you so much, everyone who called in. I appreciate so much those of you who called in. Please do same tomorrow or possibly today because it's already 12 a.m. It's already 12 midnight. So I want to thank everyone for your contributions, your submissions, and your givings, okay? And I can see that some of you are still calling. Well, it's 12 and I can't take no more calls. I actually wanted to stop the show at 11:30, 11:40, but now I'm here because I keep taking your calls. Thank you anyway for your contributions. And remember that it's not safe anywhere anymore. So protect yourselves. However you're going to go, protect yourself. Have a self security, whatever you can do, just protect yourself, guide yourself, and God bless you guys. I'll see you guys on the next 9:30 Wednesday today.